Hello everyone, welcome back to my video. In this video, we are going to study about glass electrode. Okay, so the construction and working and the Nernst equation for the glass electrode we are going to study in this video. So this, as I told in the earlier video, the glass electrode is example for a ion selective electrode, and these ion selective electrode are used for the detection of cations and anions. Even it is used for the determination of pH of the solution. Okay, now we'll study what exactly the glass electrode is. So this is the typical glass electrode. So this is the diagram of the glass electrode. You have one glass tube, and this is the head like structure, that is the bulbed structure. In that you are going to have 0.1 molar HCl, and one wire is dipped. That wire is made up of silver, and that is coating of silver can be done by using AgCl. Okay, so this electrode is nothing but AgCl electrode, that is silver chloride electrode is dipped in the glass electrode, and this part is filled with a 0.1 molar HCl. And the whole glass electrode is dipped in the solution of HCl whose concentration is unknown to us. So this is the solution with the unknown concentration. Okay, and this is the glass membrane. So this is a typical glass electrode. Okay, come to the construction part. So here in this glass electrode, it is consisting of thin walled glass tube. You can see here. So this is the glass tube with a bulb at the bottom. Okay, and this bulb, the glass bulb, is made up of special quality of a high electric conductance glass. Okay, and the portion of this bulb, as I told, so this is filled with a 0.1 molar HCl, and the pH around is 4. So this pH is 4 means that is acid. That's what it is, HCl. HCl is a acid. Okay, which has a pH of 4. So next, AgCl electrode. So this is the silver chloride electrode which is dipped in the solution, and that provides the electric contact. Okay, now the upper solution of that glass tube is sealed. So this portion is sealed properly, and now we have to write the representation of cell. So how we are going to write the representation of cell? First you are supposed to consider Ag, and then AgCl. The coating of that silver wire is AgCl, and then you have that is in contact with 0.1 molar HCl. Again, that is in contact with glass membrane, and glass membrane is contact with HCl with a unknown concentration. Okay, so that's what you have to represent here. Ag, that is in solid state, and then AgCl, it is in contact with silver chloride which is in solid again, and then you have HCl, that is having the concentration of 0.1 normal. Even you can say normal or molar, because for HCl normality is equal to molarity. Okay, and that is in contact with glass membrane. So this is about the construction of a glass electrode, a typical glass electrode. Okay, now in the next step you are going to study the potential developed in this glass electrode. Okay, so now one by one we will study. The first thing we are going to study about the boundary potential. Okay, for boundary potential you just consider this glass, the bulb structure. Okay, so in this bulb, this is the membrane. You can see here there is a glass membrane. So inside the glass tube you are going to have 0.1 molar HCl. Okay, the HCl with a known concentration, and outside here, even here also you are going to have HCl, hydrochloric acid itself, but the concentration of that you don't know. Okay, that is the unknown to you. So here you have 0.1 normal HCl here with the unknown concentration. Okay, the EMF arrived, that is I can call it as E1 here, and here EMF, that is I can call E2. And here, due to this boundary which is the glass membrane, due to that you are going to have a potential development, and that potential is called as boundary potential, and that can be represented as EB. So E is the potential value and B that stands for boundary. EB is nothing but boundary potential that can be given by E1 minus E2. Okay, now we'll study what exactly this boundary potential is. Okay, so boundary potential is nothing but when the concentration of hydrogen ions are different on either side of the glass membrane, that time you are going to have a potential across the membrane. So that is called as a boundary potential. So as I mentioned, so here inside the bulb you have different concentration of HCl, and outside the bulb you have different concentration of HCl. Due to the different concentration of H plus ions on both the side, you are going to have a potential development across this membrane, across this glass membrane. That is nothing but your boundary potential. Even sometimes you can call that as a junction potential. Okay, so now you have to derive an expression for the boundary potential. Okay, so since as we told the glass is identical at inner and outer solution, boundary potential, it is totally depending upon the concentration of H plus ions. Okay, that is hydride ions. Now as I mentioned, boundary potential can be given by EB equal to E1 minus E2. So where E1 you can say that is the Nernst equation, the EMF arrived, that is J1 minus 0.0591 by N log of A1 dash divided by A1. Okay, and E2 is given by J2 minus 0.0591 divided by N log of A2 dash divided by A2. See here, this is with respect to inner HCl with a concentration 0.1 normal, and this is outer HCl whose concentration is unknown to us. Okay, and here you can consider J1 and J2 are the standard electrode potential for HCl, and N is the number of electrons involved in the reaction. And in the first case, in E1 case, this is the activity of hydrogen ions in the inner solution with respect to that outer solution. This is inner solution, and with respect to that, this is the outer solution. Okay, come to E2. Here you have A2 dash, that is the concentration or the activity of H plus ion of outer solution. With respect to that, it is an inner solution. Okay, so here totally you can consider that J1 and J2 are the constant, and this A1 dash A1 and A2 dash A2, these are the activity of H plus ions in inner and outer solution either side of the glass membrane respectively. Okay, this is all about the activity of H plus ions. Now we shall solve this. Okay, so this EB equal to E1 minus E2. Here you write the E1 term, that is J1 minus 0.0591 by N log of A1 dash divided by A1 minus, you write E2 term. So minus you keep it here, and the next E2 term you should put in the bracket. Okay, J2 minus 0.0591 divided by N log of A2 dash divided by A2. Now you just simplify the things. You open the bracket. So you can have J1 minus 0.0591 by N log of A1 dash divided by A1 minus J2. This minus and this minus. So you have positive, that is plus 0.0591 by N log of A2 dash divided by A2. Now you simplify the things. As I told, J1 and J2 are the constant, that is the standard electrode potential. So this is almost you can cancel because both are in opposite signs. So J1 and J2 you can cancel, and you left with this log term. Okay, from these two terms you can take common as a 0.0591 by N, and you put the remaining thing in the bracket. So remaining thing left is, that is log of a1 dash divided by a1 minus log a2 dash divided by a2. So this is actually a2. Okay, this is a2. And now in the next step, here you have taken minus common, so here it will be minus. When you take common thing, no, so the sign changes here, because here you have positive but you are taking minus as a common, then it will be minus. Okay, so in next term, so you shall consider this equation now, this step. Here it is log a minus log b. So how you can write log a minus log b? That is very basic mathematical logarithm thing. That log a minus log b can be written as log a by b. Okay, you write common thing as it is, and this is log a and this is log b. So log a by log b we have written. That is log a1 dash divided by a1 whole divided by log a2 dash divided by a2. Okay, now in the next step, as you know, how we can write this term, that is log a by b whole divided by log m by n, that can be written as log a by b into n by m. Is it right? So same thing you have to consider here. So after writing this, you will be having minus 0.0591 by n log of a1 dash divided by a1 into, so this term will be reciprocal, right? So then I can write a2 divided by a2 dash. Okay, now the activity of these solution with respect to others, the outer or inner solution, those are almost constant. So you can cancel this term a1 dash and a2 dash, you can cancel because they are almost equal. So you left with a2 by a1. Okay, so in order to avoid this minus sign, what I can do is I can take reciprocal of this whole term. So that will be 0.0591 by n log of a1 by a2. Okay, that minus and this whole term minus will be plus. So now again you can consider this term as a log a by b. So how you can rearrange this? That is log a by b can be written as log a minus log b. So you consider log a and log b, that is 0.0591 by n log a1. This is the log a term minus 0.0591 divided by n log a2. So this is the log b term. Okay, so this is the simplified step. So now for this particular glass electrode, you will be having the activity of H plus ions. Means H plus ions means the, in this particular glass electrode, you will be having, that is number of electrons involved in the reaction is 1. So that is n equal to 1. So you can put the value of n, that is 1. So now you can end up with EB equal to 0.0591 log A1 minus 0.0591 log A2. Okay. So this next term, the second term along with the sign, we can consider this as a constant. So I am taking constant L dash. So where L dash will be minus 0.0591 log A2. Okay. And the left term is 0.0591 log A1. So this is the first term, and the second term I have taken as a constant, that is nothing but L dash. And from this you can simplify again that as I told, A1 is nothing but activity of H plus ions. So activity of H plus ions also you can write as a concentration of H plus ions, right? So you replace this A1 with the H plus ions. Concentration of H plus ion can be written in the flower bracket. Okay, this is log H plus. So now this H plus, the log H plus, logarithm H plus value can be converted into pH. As you know, the pH is nothing but negative logarithm of concentration of H plus ions or activity of H plus ions. So in order to replace that log H plus with pH, you can have minus sign here. because your pH is negative logarithm of H plus ions. So lastly, you left with the expression that EB equal to L dash minus 0.0591 pH. Okay, so this is the expression for boundary potential. Okay, this is how you can arrive at the boundary potential of that glass electrode. Okay, in the next step, what we are going to study is the next two concepts are the potential which is developing due to the potential of internal reference electrode and asymmetric potential. See here, the potential which are developed in the glass electrode, no, that is the sum of three potentials. The first one we have already studied, that is boundary potential, which is EB. Okay. Second one is the potential of internal reference electrode. Means you are using AgAgCl electrode, right? That is silver electrode. You are using silver chloride electrode you are using. Due to that, you are going to arise some potential. So that is the second thing. And the third one is asymmetric potential. So this asymmetric potential, it is nothing but actually what we consider is when the concentration of hydrogen ion, when it is on either side of the membrane are same, that time what we can say is no potential is developed across the membrane. But practically what happens, some potential is developed in that system. That is nothing but asymmetric potential. Okay, what we can see when actually when you are taken, I'll just tell this thing. Wait, in this figure, if the concentration of H plus ion inside and outside, if it is same, what we can see theoretically, there is no potential. But what happens if there is same H plus ions either side, then only you are going to have some, the negligible amount of potential is developed. That is, that is a practical observation. Okay, so that's what the potential arised due to the same concentration of this H plus ion either side of the glass membrane. This is called as asymmetric potential. That is, you can give E asymmetric. The potential developed due to the concentration of H plus ions. Okay, same concentration of H plus ions. Okay, so that is nothing but asymmetric potential. Now, as I told, the potential developed in this glass electrode is the sum of three factors. So you can write Eg equal to, Eg nothing but this is the potential of glass electrode. G stands for glass electrode, and that is the sum of these three. These three means this Eb is EB is boundary potential plus IRE. IRE stands for internal reference electrode, and E asymmetric, that is a due to asymmetric potential. Now already we have arrived at EB value, that is nothing but EB equal to L dash minus 0.0591 pH plus EIRE plus E asymmetric. Okay, so these three are constant here. You can consider L dash, EIRE and E asymmetric. So these three are constant. So you can togetherly you can consider as a whole constant, and you can take that as a standard reduction potential of a glass electrode, and that can be represented as Eg naught. So Eg naught will be a standard electrode potential or standard reduction potential of a glass electrode, and that is equal to three constants, that is L dash, EIRE and E asymmetric. So this can be considered as constant. So hold together it will be Eg naught. So what you left with, Eg equal to Eg naught minus 0.0591 pH. So this is the expression for a potential developed in a glass electrode, that is Eg equal to Eg naught minus 0.0591 pH. So now you want to know the pH value, right? So you just simplify, you just make some rearrangements. to get the pH. So you are getting pH as Eg naught minus Eg divided by 0.0591 at 298 Kelvin. So this is the at constant temperature. So here pH can be calculated using this standard reduction potential of glass electrode and the EMF arised due to the glass electrode divided by 0.0591. So by using this formula you can find the pH of the particular solution. So this is what the expression for a pH we got from this glass electrode. Okay, so this glass electrode is used for the determination of pH of the solution. Okay, some limitations are there, we'll study that. So this electrode, it can be used up to pH 13, but it becomes sensitive to Na plus ions above pH 19. Okay, sorry, pH 9. So in the alkaline medium it becomes very sensitive and it does not function satisfactory in pure alcohol. And one more is in acidic solution, when pH is less than 1, the salt effect due to anion are observed. So these are some limitations of using glass electrode. Okay, so this is all about the glass electrode. So when they asked in the exam, you have to write stepwise. Okay, so in the first step you have to draw the diagram and label the things and write the construction part, the glass bulb and the quality and the pH and silver chloride electrode. Okay, mention all those things and then you write the representation of cell and then come to the potential. Okay, so the potential at boundary, that is the boundary potential, then you arrive the EB value. To the EB value use this expression, this is the small derivation part, and that gives you EB value. Arrive at the EB value and then this sum of the three factors, that is boundary potential and EIRE and E asymmetric. So all together it is giving the potential developed at the glass electrode. So arrive this, that is a pH value. So pH value will be given as Eg naught minus Eg divided by 0.0591. So this is the expression for the pH. So this is all about the glass electrode. In sometimes in your final exams they are going to ask this question for 7 or 8 marks. Okay, I hope you understood this glass electrode. This is very important for your final exams as well as internal exam. I hope you understood.